Again the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, and say to them, When a man makes a special vow, consecrating himself or a member of his family, he shall be valued according to your established system of valuation of people belonging to the Lord. That is, the priest accepts from the man making the vow a specified amount of money for the temple treasury in place of the actual person. If your valuation is of a male between 20 and 60 years of age, then your valuation shall be 50 shekels of silver, according to the shekel of the sanctuary. Or if the person is a female, then your valuation shall be 30 shekels. If the person is between 5 years and 20 years of age, then your valuation for the male shall be 20 shekels, and for the female 10 shekels. But if the child is between 1 month and 5 years of age, then your valuation shall be 5 shekels of silver for the male, and 3 shekels for the female. If the person is 60 years old and above, your valuation shall be 15 shekels for the male, and 10 shekels for the female. But if the person is too poor to pay your valuation, then he shall be placed before the priest, and the priest shall value him, according to the ability of the one who vowed. The priest shall value him. Now if it is an animal of the kind which men can present as an offering to the Lord, any such that one gives to the Lord shall be holy. He shall not replace it or exchange it, a good for a bad, or a bad for a good. But if he does exchange an animal for an animal, then both the original offering and its substitute shall be holy. If it is any unclean animal, of the kind which men do not present as an offering to the Lord, then he shall bring the animal before the priest, and the priest shall value it as either good or bad. It shall be as you, the priest, value it. But if he ever wishes to redeem it, then he shall add 1/5 of it to your valuation. If a man consecrates his house as sacred to the Lord, the priest shall appraise it as either good or bad. As the priest appraises it, so shall it stand. If the one who consecrates his house should wish to redeem it, then he shall add 1/5 of your valuation price to it, so that it may be his. And if a man consecrates to the Lord part of a field of his own property, then your valuation shall be proportionate to the seed needed for it. A homer of barley seed shall be valued at 50 shekels of silver. If he consecrates his field during the year of Jubilee, it shall stand according to your valuation. But if he consecrates his field after the Jubilee, then the priest shall calculate the price for him in proportion to the years that remain, until the year of Jubilee, and it shall be deducted from your valuation. If the one who consecrates the field should ever wish to redeem it, then he shall add 1/5 of the appraisal price to it, so that it may return to him. If he does not redeem the field, but has sold it to another man, it may no longer be redeemed. When the field reverts in the Jubilee, the field shall be holy to the Lord, like a field set apart, devoted. The priest shall possess it as his property. Or if a man consecrates to the Lord a field which he has bought, which is not part of the field of his ancestral property, then the priest shall calculate for him the amount of your valuation up to the year of Jubilee, and the man shall give that amount on that day as a holy thing to the Lord. In the year of Jubilee, the field shall return to the one from whom it was purchased, to whom the land belonged, as his ancestral inheritance. Every valuation of yours shall be in accordance with the sanctuary shekel. 20 gerahs shall make a shekel. However, the firstborn among animals, which as a firstborn belongs to the Lord, no man may consecrate, whether an ox or a sheep, it is already the Lord's. If it is among the unclean animals, the owner may redeem it in accordance with your valuation and add 1/5 to it. Or if it is not redeemed, then it shall be sold in accordance with your valuation. But nothing that a man sets apart, that is, devotes as an offering to the Lord, out of all that he has, of man or of animal, or of the fields of his own property, shall be sold or redeemed. Anything devoted to destruction, banned, cursed, is most holy to the Lord. No one who may have been set apart among men shall be ransomed from death. He shall most certainly be put to death. And all the tithe, 10th part of the land, whether the seed of the land or the fruit of the tree, is the Lord's. It is holy to the Lord. If a man wishes to redeem any part of his tithe, he shall add 1/5 to it. For every tithe of the herd or flock, whatever passes under the shepherd's staff, the 10th one shall be holy to the Lord. The man is not to be concerned whether the animal is good or bad, nor shall he exchange it. But if he does exchange it, then both it and its substitute shall become holy. It shall not be redeemed. These are the commandments which the Lord commanded Moses on Mount Sinai for the children of Israel.